He's dragging me across the car to the driver's seat. Like, so this is the passenger side, this is the driver's side. He got me like this. So ooh, it's Chase and I'm back with a video today. Today's video is gonna be a story time. It's my first story time. I'm super excited for you guys to hear it. I feel like this is a banger. Anytime y'all ask me for a story time, a whole bunch of y'all said that y'all would like to hear my first experience with a boy. I've been really hesitant to put that type of information out there, but hey, it's me. This is what I've been through. I really want to be transparent with you guys and open with you guys, because I love y'all and I hope you guys love me. And I'm here to help whenever you guys need it. Just DM me, comment, add me on Snapchat me, and I got y'all. Anything y'all need, I got y'all. Before we get into the story time, if this is your first time viewing me, hello, lovely. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those post notifications on. And follow me on Instagram at @CChaseTaylor and Snapchat at GotTooMany. But we're going to go ahead and tap into the story time. I was 16. I was in high school. I had a car. You know, I'm ready to tap into some penis. I'm ready to tap into some Let me stop. But I wasn't a hoe or nothing. Like, again, I just told you, this is my first little experience. I don't really got that many bodies, you know, to today's date. So it's just like, yeah. I had this automotive class where we were like basically learning how to do things with cars. I don't know why I was in that class. I really hated the class. They had us doing oil changes, changing lights. Like, I really felt like I worked at an AutoZone at that point. In the automotive class, like, we have days where we sit in the class and we just do work off the computer, or we have days where we go upstairs and change in the locker room and get clothes on that we don't mind getting dirty or whatever, just in case oil spills on us or, you know, type beat. I think this was about, like, the middle of the semester at this point, and I had known the boy, like, we were friends or whatever, and we had a class together. We didn't really talk like that though. Like, we would joke around and stuff, like, once we were like in class playing around and whatnot, but we really weren't close or anything. Every day, honestly, them guys in there was acting so suspect. Like, people was always asking me if I'm gay. I should be asking y'all if y'all are gay. Like, y'all, they're in there smacking people's booties in the locker room. Doing what boys do. Football players type beat. Basketball players type beat. But they would say, like, really the gayest stuff to each other. Like, bro, when you gonna let me, like, type beat. Like, it was just a gay atmosphere, but a whole bunch of DLs, I guess. I'm guessing. At that point, my radar wasn't where it needed to be, but today, that radar is good. I can look at you and be like, oh yeah, you were part of the fam. I just remember this one day very vividly. This is before the experience happened. I'm gonna tap into the experience, but I was getting changed. First of all, I don't like getting changed in locker rooms. At one point, I was very insecure about my body, so I just didn't like it. Like, I gotta, like, strip in front of y'all. Like, I ain't like it. It didn't sit right with me. And plus, I don't like the atmosphere of the locker room. Like, the guys, if you are gay and out in the locker room, you're gonna get messed with. Like, you're gonna get teased type beat. In middle school, I let that happen, but in high school, y'all wasn't fucking with me. I didn't really care. I was literally in my head saying nobody's gonna beat my ass, so I wasn't really caring about too much about what people had to say. But I remember I was about to walk out of the locker room. They were talking about beating I guess we could call them jimmies. We're gonna call them jimmies. They were talking about beating they jimmies off or whatever. And this one boy was like, I bet you this boy right here will slurp it all up for you.
Bitch, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
And he was talking about me. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I said something like that. Like we were playing, and he was cool as, like, he was the coolest person in there. Like, he knew I was gay, but he was cool with it, you know. We're gonna skip to the day that this happened. So we were in the locker room getting changed and whatnot, and it was just me and the boy up there. This is a different boy from the boy I was just talking about. So we'll call the boy that I had the experience with, we'll call him T. His name doesn't have nothing to do with a T, but I don't know what else. I don't want y'all to get confused. So, and don't sit here and try to connect those dots, because it's not gonna work. Me and T in the locker room, we're the last people getting changed or whatever, and he's just messing with me, like pushing me, doing the most, and I'm over here trying to get changed. I already don't like being in the locker room. Like, just leave me alone. But we was playing like that. Like, we would always play like that. So we get downstairs. The teacher is making us clean that day, like spotless. Like, we were cleaning his car, sweeping, finding brooms, and all this type of stuff to clean, right? So we're going into this room, and so the teacher sends all of us into this room to get like a broom or something, or you know, anything that we could use to clean. So it ends up just being me and the boy in the room, because I'm still trying to find something to clean. First of all, I don't want to clean, so I'm just being lazy, trying to procrastinate type beat. And so the boy has this broom in his hand and playing with it or whatever, and y'all, all of a sudden I just feel him stick the broom part like in my butt, but it didn't go inside, because of course I had clothes on. Like, I think I had khaki shorts on. It didn't go in, but I'm like, what are you doing? Like, boy, get that off of me. Like, get away from me type beat. So we like start laughing or whatever and just joking off and doing the most. So then we're gonna fast forward throughout the day. So I was in my social studies class. Me and this boy T do not have this class together. We were actually texting on Snapchat while I was in class, and I will never forget this day because the teacher embarrassed me. Y'all know how, like, when you used to get a notification, I think you can still do it, but everybody had this, like, your phone would flash when you got a notification. And I was getting notifications like this because, I mean, we're texting. So she yelled at me so loud in the class telling me to turn that flash off or she's going to send me to the office type beat. And I was just so embarrassed, but I just turned off the flash and I was still doing what I had to do. I was still texting T or whatever. So me and T were basically snapping back and forth. He was asking like questions like, have you ever did anything with a boy? Have you ever sucked dick before? Or have you ever took dick before? And so I'm like, no, like I haven't, like, cause I really hadn't. At that point, I was just coming to the realization. Well, I knew I was gay, but at the same time, I was still trying to, you know, make people believe I wasn't fully accepting of it. At that point, I was still talking to girls a little bit, but I was gayer than a bowl of fruit. Everybody knew. My voice was so high pitched, like literally in middle school, people thought I was a girl. So. Yeah, so I'm like, no, I haven't, like, have you done anything with a boy? And he was like, nah, I'm not gay, and I'm like, oh, well, have you done anything with a girl? Like, I don't know what to say at this point. So then he starts getting into like we should link after school, and so I'm like, I get sick. Like, I get sick because I'm like, ooh, this has never happened before. I'm kind of nervous. So, and he said he wasn't gay, but I'm knowing, like, you're asking me, have I ever done anything with a boy? Like, all these personal questions about sex, and, like, why would you want to know that? So, I'm already knowing he wants to link because he trying to do something. So yeah, he starts to ask me like, are you trying to link after school or where not? And I'm giving excuses like I got homework type beat, And so the period I was in, that was the last period of the day. For how I think he snapped me, but I didn't respond because at this point I'm nervous. But we had each other's numbers or whatever, just because like we were not close, but we were cool in class or whatnot. So after school, I'm driving to the bank and whatnot, and he calls me and he's like, yo, like, are you trying to pull through? Like, you know, are you trying to link? Are you trying to hang? And I'm like, sure. Like, I guess. So, because I'm out at this point, like, I'm in my car, so I might as well just pull up, see what's tea. So, we hang up. He sends me where to go or whatever. I put it in my maps, and I start driving. And, like, 5 minutes later, he calls me. He's like, yo, where you at?
I'm going to block your ass.
I'm on the way. Like, I'm 10 minutes away. Pipe down, calm all that down, you know, all that. So, I get to where I need to be, and the address is like, it's a park across from my old middle school. So, if you know what middle school I went to, then you know there's like a neighborhood across the street, and there's like a park, and I think there's like a pool area. You know, like at an apartment complex, they have like the building that you go in to get a tour or something, and they have the pool behind that building. I forgot what it's called. The office, whatever, the leasing office, that. So, I'm parked right there. And so I call him, tell him I'm here, whatever. He said he on the way or whatnot. How you rushing me, but you not even here? So all of a sudden, like 5 minutes later, I look to the left and like looking back, and I see him walking. And so that already gives me like, you walking? Like, are you sweaty type beat? But so he gets to the car and he gets in my passenger seat. And so we just talking, chatting it up. And then he was like, let me get in the driver's seat. Like, let's switch seats. And I really didn't mind because, again, we were cool. We were friends. Like, I know he wasn't going to sit there and try and finesse me and steal my car. Like, nah, he wasn't going to do that. I get in the passenger seat. He gets in the driver's seat. We sit there for maybe a minute. And, like, we're talking. And all of a sudden, he's like, okay, like, are you trying to give me some head? Like, first of all, at this point, like, I didn't know anything about sex, returning the favors, or anything like that. So don't sit here and think that I just some little hoe who just took somebody deep. But yeah, I'm like, yo, I never done this before. Like, I'm nervous type beat. Like, and I'm telling him this. Like, and if I don't like it, like, I'm done. Like, don't try and put my head down or nothing like that. All of a sudden, he pulls out his dick. And his dick is just out. And he was like, look. Because at first, I didn't know. But, because I was on my phone. And he was like, look. And I look over, and it was out. It was kind of big. I was scared. I was so scared. Not kind of big. It was big. Because if it wasn't big, I really probably wouldn't have been as nervous as I was. And I didn't know what we was finna do. Like, I didn't know if we was finna have intercourse or just, like, head or whatnot. I didn't even know if I was finna like it. Because, again, this is my first experience with a boy. So, he's like, come here. Like, what you trying to do? And I'm like, bro, like, I'm nervous. Like, I don't want to do this. He was like, what? There's nothing to be nervous for. Like, he was like, I'm not going to force you if you don't like it type beat. So, yeah. I'm still, like, I keep telling him I'm nervous. Like, I was so nervous. Like, at this point, my hands probably sweating. Like, because that's just what happens when I get nervous. And so, all of a sudden, I just feel his hand on my head like this. And he dragging me across the... he's dragging me across the car to the driver's seat. Like, so this is the passenger side, this is the driver's side. He got me like this. So I just started doing what I had to do, you know. Well, not had to, I had a choice. Let me not make it seem like I didn't have a choice. Definitely had a choice. But I just started getting to work and, you know, sucking it deep. And so y'all remember when I said he was walking, right? So the dick, it was a little tangy. Like, I wasn't messing. It was a little hairy. It was a little tangy. I really wasn't messing with it. Like, it was just, I don't know. Like, minimal tang. Like, very, very, very minimal tang is okay. Like, ooh, you smell like a man type beat. Like, ooh, you finna turn me on. But no, this was a little bit more than a little tang, and I just couldn't handle it. I was like, oh, like, you think your dick is good, and I'm just not getting those vibes, and I'm not finna let you get those vibes from me. So I stopped. Like, I lift my head up and I'm like, I don't like this. Like, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I don't like doing this right now. Like, maybe if we were in a bed or something, you know, somewhere more comfortable, maybe. But I'm basically sugarcoating it. So then he was like, okay, or whatever. And he started just beating his dick off, like trying to get his nut out. And so I'm just sitting there. I'm not even trying to help him get his nut out. Like, I'm ready for him to get out of my car at this point. And so he's just beating. And all of a sudden, he explodes. Like, that shit went everywhere in my car. I was so mad at him. Like, I'm like screaming his name. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, but it was funny at the same time. But I'm just like, bro, like, no. So I reached back, like looking in the back of my car for something to wipe this off, because no. So it just so happens that I have the shorts from our class that we're in, my automotive class, that I use to dress down or whatever. I don't use those shorts or whatever. So I start wiping it up with, because it was just I don't want that in my car. And I already knew if I handed him the shorts, he was gonna do it all lazy. I know how I like my stuff clean, so I just went ahead and cleaned it up and threw the short, or I let him clean himself off too with the shorts, and I just threw the shorts out the window. And so it was done, it was over, and he was like, let me take it for a spin. He's talking about Ella, my car. I'm like, what? So we turn on, it was Money Man and it was Trying Me. We turn on Trying Me and we vibing, and I just let him take my car for a spin. Like, I really didn't care at this point. So he just I think he just wanted to take himself home. And now that I'm thinking about it, because I never even thought about it like that, it's my car, no, and yours was a little tangy, and that's why this didn't work out. Maybe if I would have liked this, I would have drove you home, but no. So I'm a little mad thinking about it now that he took himself home. But yeah, so I thought we were just going on a little drive, and we were going to stop and he was going to walk back home. But no, once the drive was over, we were at his house, and he parked like down, like 10 houses down from his house, and he walked the rest of the way. And that was the experience. It really wasn't good for either one of us, but that ain't stop him for asking for more. He did send me a couple news after that happened, and we were supposed to do it again, but we just ended up not doing it again. I think he ended up getting a girlfriend, so I just kept it to myself. And yeah, that was like, girl, I don't show me. But yeah, that's the story of my first experience with the man, or a boy at the time. He was a boy and I was a boy too. I was 16. He was a grade under me, so I'm thinking he was 16 too, though, because he was driving my car, so he had to have been 16. But yeah, so that's the story. If you guys want to hear more story times like this, go ahead and let me know, because I don't mind. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those post notifications on, and follow me on my Instagram at @CChaseTaylor, and follow me on my Snapchat at @GotTooMany. And don't forget, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love y'all. Keep tuning in. Tune into the past videos that I have. There's a couple videos back there that y'all need to tune into, so go ahead and tune into those. Until next time, bye.